with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and we'll be joined by Tim in a little bit. But we get a nice hockey slate for today. We get a little bit of a NBA card as well. I think 5 games in the NBA, but we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 games in the NHL. And I've already moved on 6 of them, so should be a fun day there. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right and one went wrong in the world of sports betting. And not a lot went right yesterday. Basically, everything that went right the previous day, where I had that 10-2 day up 5 and change units, was the opposite yesterday. And it's crazy because I remember saying that, like, oh, yeah, we had a really good day on the 9th. So that means the 10th is totally going to suck. And that's exactly what happened. College basketball 1-9, NBA 2-7, NHL 1-3. So it wasn't a very good day. College basketball 1-5, down 1.90 units. IPFW plus 4.5 and plus 160. They come back from down like 16, make it interesting, just to lose by 10 at the end. So that was fun. Navy -4 covered. SIU -10, 9.5 we got on the site. They were up 11, and then with 0.2 seconds left, they gave up a dunk, which made it a 9-point game, and they did not cover. Memphis -19.5 was a loser. They almost lost outright. They went to overtime against UCSA. And Colorado up 16 points, blows the lead in the second half, and loses the game outright, which was fun there. NBA 2-7, down 2.70 units. Minnesota Boston under 223.5 was looking decent. And then, of course, overtime, which lost that. A game that I preferred overtime in Indiana Pacers team total over and the full game over. Loser there. And I bet on the Detroit Pistons yesterday. I'm stupid. They get blown out. +3, plus 130. Both losers there. Rockets +4, Rockets +145. Another team yesterday that came back and made it interesting. They even forced overtime just to lose by 5 in overtime and not cover the 4, which was really frustrating. Luckily, the Utah Jazz came in and helped me avoid a complete reverse sweep of the NBA. Jazz +7, Jazz +210 comes through at the end of the night. It was still a very frustrating day yesterday in the NBA. And the NHL should have been a better day. I should have left the freaking Wild off my card. But the Wild +165 and the draw +330, both losers there. I got the goalie confirmations I wanted. I got Wedgwood and I got what Wallstead, and it's just not the result I was hoping for. You would think a team, after you get shut out the previous night or the 2 nights ago against the same team, would step up in that matchup. But apparently the Wild are a heartless team that just are a bad team. So that was my mistake for trusting that team. Montreal +155 loses in a shootout because that's just the way the night went last night. Any overtime games did not go my way. And it was just one of those nights where anything that could go wrong did go wrong. But I did get the draw in that game, so I guess that kind of salvaged that, but still not a very good night. 4-15 overall, down 6.03 units. 81 and 87 in the month of January, up 1.40 units. That was up 7.43. So definitely a little bit of a fall from grace there. But hopefully today is a better day. Head over to the chat, and then we will head into today's card. Nicholas Handy, what's good? Bruins smash. I am on the Boston Bruins. That is one of the 6 plays I have moved on already. Sens and Kraken, you got that about half right. I am on the Kraken. I am on Buffalo, though. We will get into that too. And we have our first game of the day here with the Montreal Canadiens, -155, home favorites against the San Jose Sharks, total 6 in this game. Let's get up the line history in this spot here, where we have a lot of college basketball games. There's more college basketball games. There we go. Here are the lines for this one. Line opened up with Montreal as 158 favorites. They're up to a 163 now. So we have a decent, small move towards Montreal Canadiens. Line opened up at a 6.5 at plus 104. It's a 6.5 at -114 now. So we have a move towards the under, and we have a move, a half goal line movement towards the under, and we have a small move towards Les Habitants. Now, not much of a sample size here for tickets, I'm assuming, because this game just came out this morning because Montreal played last night. We have 79% of tickets and 94% of the cash on the Sharks, and the line's moving towards Canadiens. Only 2,700 tickets. 29% of the tickets, 96% of the cash is on the Habs puck line. The line's moving towards the Habs in this game. I am kind of interested in Montreal in this game a little bit. And this is just me wanting to fade the Sharks. The Sharks have lost 12 consecutive games, all in regulation. So there's approximately a 0% chance I am back in the Sharks in this game. Montreal has struggled a little bit more at home. They're 8-10-2 at home, but they've won the last few matchups against the San Jose team. They've gone to overtime in 4 of their last 10 games. San Jose is coming off of a 7-1 loss, which was their 12th straight in regulation. They are 9-29-3 this year, and I don't see things really getting that much better for this San Jose Sharks team. Let me get up my projection for this game, where I have this one projected with Montreal as about -220, 210 favorites in this game. So I'm probably going to be moving on Montreal -1 in this game. And I think I might be able to get a plus price tag here. It's up to 165. It's 165, 160. So it's going to be a slight negative price or slight favorite price tag still. But let me see what that would be. 165 and 160 would be a -102. I am totally cool with that. So I'll be moving on Montreal -1. Yes, I know this is the second half of a back-to-back. But with that being said, this is a bad Sharks team, and I get it. People might look at this game and be like, this is the game the Sharks can win. I mean, it could be, but I'm not trying to play that type of game. And you're giving me -102 for the Canadiens -1. I'll take that. So Canadiens -1, -102 for me in this game. Leaving in 2 minutes. Here. Did you already place your Super Bowl ticket? I bet I bet mine a couple months ago. I would have to take a look at when did I bet? Because I do have a super. If you're talking about a Super Bowl future, yes, I already have one. Let me see when I posted this. It was, I think the day it was the day before. On November 14th, I bet the Browns at 12-1 and 26-1. There's a whole description for it on my Twitter page. I'm on Cleveland. Tim liking the Sharks there in this game. Have fun. We've tried this before. Next matchup here, the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Vancouver Canucks. The Penguins -130 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up with Pittsburgh as -111 favorites. They're now up to a -124. So we do have a movement here towards these Pittsburgh Penguins. Line opened up at a 128 for the over 6.5. It's down to a 116. So we have a slight move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game. Let's see if it represents. We have 37% of the tickets and 92% of the cash is on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and only 1,550 tickets, though. Keep that in mind. And the lines move towards Pittsburgh. No cash flow on this total. And I know a lot of people are going to look at this game, see Vancouver as a dog, and immediately jump on it. And I'm going to say not so fast, my friends. I like Pittsburgh in this spot. Pittsburgh is one of those teams, as much as I hate them, this is where you put your fandom aside and you make the right bets. Right bet here is Pittsburgh. And I got them at minus 130 in this game. And when you look at this Pittsburgh Penguins team, their advanced analytics are amazing. Theirs are looking a lot like the Florida Panthers did in the beginning of their little run that they're on now. The Penguins are going to go on a run here, and they've been playing a lot better as of late. They beat Philadelphia. They lose to Buffalo in a game they should have beat Buffalo. They beat Boston. They lose to a game against Washington that they should have beat Washington. They took care of the Islanders twice. This Penguins team. They beat the Blues in this stretch. They lost to the Senators in a game they should have won. They won in a shootout against Carolina. They beat the Minnesota Wild. This is a Penguins team that is playing much better. And I know Vancouver's been a little wagging for people, but when I look at this Vancouver team, yeah, they've been doing very similar things as well. They've been playing actually a very good defensive game, Vancouver. So I'd kind of lean at 6.5. This game could be a nice little under as well in this game. But I'm on Vancouver minus one, or I'm not on Vancouver. I would look at Vancouver under. But I'm on Pittsburgh here, minus 130 in this spot. And I know it's not gonna be a very popular pick. I know a lot of people are probably gonna be against me. I'm okay with it. I like Pittsburgh in this spot. I think they're a rightful favorite in this game. I actually have them slightly bigger favorites. So I am on the Penguins here in this spot. Real deal Prime in the house saying, I love you, Buffalo. We will be getting into those Sabres in a couple games. We got a few games before them. Tim saying the Canucks. And Flea Math is saying, go Browns. Yes, go Browns. I'm looking at the over in that game this weekend, and I'm looking at the Browns team total. I don't know how much I can trust them to win the game. I'm kind of iffy on them to win the game, and I already have futures on them, so that's kind of how I'm going to be sweating them out. But that being said, we'll move on, though. Another game I really like. We have the Seattle Kraken and the Washington Capitals. We have the Kraken now minus 120 road favorites. Total 5.5 in this game. Let's get into the line history here between Seattle and Washington, where this line opened up with the Kraken as 121 favorites. It's up to a 123. It did get down to a 101 at one point. So Washington did creep up into the favorite role for a second. The line opened up at a 6, and it's down to a 5.5 now. The 5.5 makes sense. Between these two teams, in my opinion. 89% of the tickets are on the under, which makes sense. This one's kind of surprising, though. Granted, only 2,000 tickets, 77% of the tickets, and 80% of the cash is on the Capitals. Yet the lines move towards the Kraken in this one here. And I think the Kraken continue to be underrated. Joey DeCourt hit a stretch where he's been absolutely unreal. And I have this game projected for the Kraken as around minus 150, minus 160 favorites in this game. And I got them last night at $1.15. I like Seattle in this spot. They're a team that's just playing really good hockey at the moment as well. They're starting to bring themselves back into the playoff picture. They are 8-0-2 in their last 10 games. They've received points in all of their last 10. They're coming off a nice 5-2 victory over Buffalo on Tuesday, on the 9th. And on the flip side, Washington is a team I'm looking to bet against. They did come off of that win on the 7th against the Kings 4-3, so they're a little bit of a rusted hockey team, but I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing for them. They previously, before that game against the Kings, had lost 6 of their last 7, and 4 of them by the puck line by at least 3 goals. So, and then the other 2 were overtime games or shootout games against Nashville and against Tampa. I think Washington's bet against for further notice kind of thing, where I'm looking to fade Washington, especially with lingering out. And I'm looking to back the Kraken here. So release the Kraken in this spot. I got him at minus 115 in this game. So
release the Kraken.
And Tim leans Caps probably because he's salty because the Kraken beat the Sabres the other night. Obviously, I know that's not the reason. I'm just trying to be funny. What's up, buddy? Are you doing the NFL today? There's no NFL games today. We'll be doing those on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So there's no NFL to cover today. Other than early week leans, which I lean over in Cleveland. I lean Miami. I lean Detroit. Dallas over. Tampa Bay. It's kind of where my thoughts are at the moment for the NFL this weekend. We'll move on. Tampa Bay. We'll talk about Tampa Bay. Their hockey team is in action here against New Jersey. They're minus 145 home favorites against the Devils. Total is 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have this line opened up at a 128 for Tampa. It's up to a 148 now, so a big movement towards these Lightning. And we have this line opened up at a 128 for the over 6.5. It's now down to a 125, so a slight move towards the under here as well. 86% of the tickets are on the over in this game, and the line has moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting. Granted, only 2,600 tickets, take it with a grain of salt. 86% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the Lightning. The line's moved towards said Lightning. And as for this game here, I have this one projected for the Lightning to be 130 favorites, so I think this line's a little bit about right. Obviously, with the juice, there is no value on either side according to my numbers here in this spot. As for the total at 6.5, I have this game projected for 6.79 goals, so I think this line's about right as well. So pretty easy stay off spot for me when you look at these two teams. The Devils are looking like they're starting to figure things out somewhat. They are coming off that loss against Vancouver, but they had won 5 of their 6 previous games before that. The only loss was in Boston. On the flip side, Tampa Bay coming in off of a 3-2 win in overtime against the Kings on the 9th. They've been a win-1, lose-1, win-1, lose-1 type of team lately as well. Not one I'm particularly interested in. It's a simple pass for me. Gotcha. We'll keep on moving on here. The Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings. The Oilers minus 170 road favorites. Total is 7 in this game. Taking a look at the line history in this one here, where we have Edmonton opening up here at a 164 favorite. It is now a 172. So we've had a move towards the Oilers here. We have this line opened up at a 7 at even money. It's now a 7 at minus 108. So they will move towards the over here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have the Oilers getting 87% of the tickets, 99% of the cash. The line moving towards the Oilers, 82% of the tickets, 94% of the cash on the over. The line moving towards said over here in this spot. As for my projections in this game, let's take a look here. Find Oilers. There we go. I have this game projected actually around 6.5, so I think this line's about right. Or I would lean slightly towards the under. I think it's gonna be Skinner in net for today. My numbers slightly lean towards the Red Wings here. Is it something I want to get involved with? Not particularly. Do I feel like getting in front of the Oilers right now? Also not particularly. So this one's a pretty simple pass. There's better games on the slate, I think, including the next one we'll talk about. So, which we'll move on to the next game here. The Buffalo Sabres are hosting the Ottawa Senators. We have the Sabres as minus 130 favorites, total of 7 in this game. Now this line has gone up, as we kind of thought it would last night. Line opened up at a 125. It's around 124 now, so it's been a 1 cent line movement towards Ottawa. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 133, and it's now a 7 at plus 104. And looking at this looking at the cash flow here, 60% of tickets, 87% of the cash is on Buffalo. Granted, only 1,500 tickets tracked, 60% of the tickets, 87% of the cash on the over here as well. Line's gone from a 6.5 to a 7. As expected, both these teams defensively leave a lot to be desired. I have this game projected for Corpusalo and Levi. This is the last game of a road trip here for the Ottawa Senators. It's been a poor road trip for them, and they've been really bad on the road this year. They are coming in their 4-game road trip. They lost 6-3 to Vancouver, 4-1 to Seattle, 3-1 to Edmonton, and 6-3 to Calgary. And now they finished it off here in Ottawa, or in Buffalo. They're 4-12 away from Ottawa, and they're 10-10 in Ottawa. So it's not like they're a good team. There's a reason why this Ottawa Senators team is sitting on the bottom of the Atlantic Division. Buffalo, not that much better of a team, but when I looked at this game and I looked at my projections, I have Buffalo around a 160 favorite in this game. So I have Buffalo here at minus 130. I'm just looking to fade the Senators. This is more of a bet against the Senators than a bet on Buffalo, because do I like laying a number with Buffalo? Absolutely not. Also, keep in mind on New Year's Eve, this Ottawa Senators team beat the Buffalo Sabres 5-1. So maybe that little bit of a wrench angle as well. So, hi, Tim. I'm on the Buffalo Sabres at minus 130 today.
If you're betting it at all, it's got to be puck line. Because I'm not laying 130. Keep in mind, I hurt Jeff Skinner.
That's right.
Well, I still, dude. The day before, I'm gonna put myself full screen. The day before or the day of that Seattle Kraken game, I found my Jeff Skinner bobblehead on top of the dryer. I picked it up, went to close the door for the dryer. It slipped out of my hand, and I broke him into 3 pieces. Guess what happened later? Guess what notification you get the next morning? Yeah, he's out long term. I hurt Jeff Skinner.
Oh, Tim is so sad about it. We lost Tim there. So, and there's Tim.
I got to get used to this new mouse because I accidentally pressed this button and it shot me backwards. So, sorry, Jeff Skinner. I kind of lean towards the over in this game. I gave out the over on balling out last night. I don't trust the goaltending for the Sabres, and I don't trust the goaltending for Ottawa. And whenever these two teams play, it normally trends towards the over. So I'm gonna lean that way, but I'm not really interested in getting involved.
Yeah, and I have that game projected at exactly a 7, so or 6.9 goals. Nice. Buffalo team total 3.5 minus 115. Not a bad luck either, though.
Okay, that works.
Back to the chat.
Congrats to Nick Earle on picking up an ECU co-ed. Did you announce that or something?
Dave asked about it last night. Yeah.
Ah, okay, I got it. I was about to say I didn't think you would say anything.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. This one will be boots on the ground.
Yeah, for you, and this will be an interesting matchup. The Anaheim Ducks are traveling to Carolina to take on the Hurricanes in this one here. Hurricanes minus 380 favorites. Obviously, a ridiculous number there. Yeah. Total of 6.5 in this spot. And let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up at the 340. It's up to a 362 on BetOnline. Well, line opened up at a 6.5 at plus 100. Now it's a 6.5 at plus 103. We've had a move towards Carolina. We've had a move towards the under in this one here. 96% of the tickets are on Carolina money line. 91% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on the puck line. 70% of the tickets are on the under in this one here. Now, obviously, I do lean Ducks at plus 310. I'm not going to come on here and tell you there's ever value on a minus 380 favorite, because there usually never is. Carolina has been playing much better as of late, though. They've won the expected goal battle in 9 of their last 10 games. The only team they didn't against is the team that's won their expected goal battle in 10 in a row, Pittsburgh. And on the flip side, the Ducks, here's the problem with the Ducks in this game, which is kind of keeping me off of it, because obviously I see value in the number with the Ducks. I lean Ducks. I would only bet the Ducks. That being said, the ultimate question is, do you want the Ducks off their most impressive win of the year? when they went into Nashville, snapped their 5 or 6 game losing streak with a game they were up 5-0 in. And they ended up winning 5-3. But is that a game you want to back them in? And maybe hitting the road's a good thing for this Anaheim Ducks team. Maybe it is. I'm probably not going to make it on this game. I would lean Ducks at plus 310, obviously. There's no chance I'm doing anything with Carolina in this game. It's Ducks or nothing. We'll see how the day goes. Maybe I'll add the Ducks here at plus 310. But for me at the moment, it's a pass. But lean Ducks or nothing here for me.
I will be at the game because it's Star Wars night. So that's what we're gonna do. And I got tickets. Well, my mom got tickets for it, so it'd actually just be me and my mom going because somebody else doesn't want to come to the game with us. No, busted. I'm thinking that there's gonna be overtime in this game, Nick. I'm thinking we're seeing overtime again because I know this might be a little bit of an obscure thing, but we've been to 7 Hurricanes games this year, and we've seen overtime in the Islanders, an Islander game, a Sabres game. We should have saw it in both Islanders game. We should have saw it in that Columbus game. The only game the only 2 games, and we saw in the Capitals game. The only 2 games that I would say for certain I don't think we should have seen overtime at all was the second Sabres game and then the Vegas Golden Knights game. Other than that, whenever we go to the game, it's always competitive. So I will be on the draw, but I feel like I'm going to also be on the Ducks. But I'm going to take the Ducks plus 1.5 because if it goes to overtime, I cash it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm going to do both of that for this game, and I want to see Trevor Zegras score. So I'm going to take Trevor Zegras to score a goal today for the Ducks. Right? He's Ducks. Yes, he's Ducks.
He's hurt.
He's hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. Shows how much I pay attention to the Anaheim Ducks.
Yeah.
But now I'm disappointed.
Yeah, because I would be kind of disappointed right now too because Trevor Zegras is hurt, and they just traded Jamie Drysdale.
Oh, so they've got nothing anymore.
Who's going
to be in goal tonight?
Gibson, I think.
Okay. Damn, that kind of sucks. I'm disappointed now. Anyways, go with those 2. I'm still gonna ride the Ducks today. Quack quack, mother. I'm
okay.
Quack quack. Go Ducks. Also, don't want to see the Canes win, but it'll be. Those are not official plays. Those are just small degenerate plays because I want to have action in tonight's game. So, boots on the ground. Yes, boots on the ground tonight. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Dad. Welcome. Let's head to the next game, Nick. And this one, I could not get to because there's the 2 things that go against each other.
The 2 things that go against each other. This one's a pretty simple play for me, and this is a play up on the site. So let's get into it.
Panthers are a team that are the best team in hockey right now, and the Kings are honestly one of the best road teams in hockey. So
yeah, but they're on a 7-game losing streak, or a 6-game losing streak.
All right, Kings got it.
No, but let's get into it here. We have the LA Kings. They're traveling to the Florida Panthers. The Panthers open up at a 138. It's actually down to a 135, which is kind of surprising. It's 140 on my book. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 116 is a 6 at minus 113 now. So a slight move towards the under and a slight move towards the Kings in this game here. Taking a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have where is this game? There it is. 56% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Kings in this game because there's just no way they lose a 7th in a row. And 62% of the tickets are on the over in this game as well. My projections for this game here are the Panthers around 160 favorites in this game. And it's pretty simple when it comes to betting sides in the Florida Panther games. Panthers or nothing. Panthers or nothing. And for me, it's Panthers today. I stayed off them against St. Louis because St. Louis, it's bet them as a home dog or don't bet the side. And with the Panthers right now, it's yeah. So I'm on the Panthers here in this spot in this game, expecting the Kings to continue their losing streak. Now the Kings have been a little bit of tough luck losers during this losing streak, but this is definitely not the spot to try to break it. It's 6 games in a row. They lost in Vegas, lost 3 home games in a row to Edmonton, Toronto, Detroit. Then they lost in Washington and in Tampa Bay, a game they had a 2-0 lead and blew the lead and lost in overtime, which cost me my sweep in the NHL 2 nights ago. So,
damn.
So yeah, I'm on the Panthers here in this spot. I got them at $1.35.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I'm just gonna I'm gonna stay away from this one. And the only reason why is just I know the Kings are struggling right now, but you get the Kings, who have been one of the best road teams in hockey this year, against the Panthers, who have been one of the hottest teams in hockey, if not the hottest team in hockey. And I don't feel like there's a reason for me to go after this one, so I'm not going to. That's it. It should be a really good game. How about a draw? How about a draw in this game, Nick?
Maybe.
That's kind of how I would look at it. Maybe a draw, but I'm not really going to go crazy with it.
Fair. Back to the chat. Or we have no chat. So next game.
All right. I have a play in this one, Nick.
Yeah, I do not. Let's get into it. The Toronto Maple Leafs are in New York taking on the Islanders. Line opened up Maple Leafs minus 124. It's up to a 128, so a slight move towards the Maple Leafs. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 118. It is a 6.5 at minus 121. So a move towards the over here as well as a move towards the Leafs. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where we have the 95% of tickets and 85% of cashes on the Maple Leafs, 3,500 tickets in. So the public all over the road favorite in this game. 60% of the tickets are on the over. The lines move slightly towards set over in this game here. And my projections have this game about right. Slight edge towards the Islanders as a dog in this game. I have this game priced with the Islanders as about a minus 110 or even money on both sides. I pick them. So seeing plus money on the Islanders is definitely a little interesting there at the plus 110. Not enough for me to get involved with it. One thing I'm starting to see here with the Islanders, and this is very, very concerning with the Islanders, is they're starting to play better defensively. Why is that concerning? Because their goals allowed is not going down with them playing better defensively. Sorokin's not been good, which when you look at his advanced analytics and things along those lines, he's a slightly above average goaltender right now, which is a problem because you don't pay him to be a slightly above average goaltender. You pay him to be somebody who is in the Vezina conversation year in and year out. And that's kind of crazy, though, when your expectations for a player is Vezina or bust. And that's exactly what they have for Sorokin here. I've been trying to defend Sorokin all year. I've been able to defend Sorokin all year because the Islanders haven't been playing defense in front of him. Now, the Islanders in the last 9 games have only given up more than 3 expected goals 3 times. 3 expected goals against 3 times in the last 9 games. I'm running out of excuses for Sorokin here. In this spot, I lean under because they've been playing better defensive hockey as of late. And seeing this at a 6.5, I have this game projected at 5.97 goals because the Islanders' offense has fallen asleep too because they put up less than 2.5 expected goals in 4 of their last 7 games. So I would lean under in this one here. I was slightly leaning towards the Islanders in this game as well. Unfortunately, it's Martin Jones and not Samsonov in net. I wanted to see Sammy in net because he's been terrible this year. But for me, it's Islanders and under or pass, and I'm not getting to anything in this game.
Man, my look at it is the exact opposite as you. It's Leafs and over for me. And you were just mentioning how bad the Islanders defensively have looked, and how bad Sorokin has looked. And that kind of speaks to me that that's kind of a problem. And I really do think that the right play of this one is the over. I will say that's what I gave out during balling out yesterday is the over. And I think when it comes to it, I would have to lean towards the Leafs puck line. I mentioned that as well. I will say I will be on Bo Horvat and the Horvat and Barzell point parlay. But if you're not betting Austin Matthews to score a goal, you're leaving money on the table because he's been the best goal scorer this year in hockey. And I think this is a good spot for the Leafs to kind of keep rolling because you tend to notice when is the only time we really see the Leafs struggle, Nick? Weekday games at home. I feel like going to the Islanders, there'll definitely be energy in the building, that's for sure. And I think it's going to end up benefiting both teams and they're going to score more. But I also think it's going to benefit the Leafs. Plus, you got the Leafs coming off the last time these two teams played. It was an overtime loss for the Leafs. So I think this is a good spot for the Leafs to kind of bounce back here. Give me Toronto, give me the over, and give me Toronto puck line.
I strongly disagree with you, but okay.
That's fine. I figured you would. I don't mind when we disagree. It happens.
Yeah, and it's not me being a fan. It's my projections.
And most of the time when we disagree, you're on the right side. So it is what it is. I'm not.
I didn't bet the game, so
okay. Supness. Sup, Lex. What up, motherfuckers? What up? Back to the 10 a.m. start, asking for a friend on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes. Rewinding to watch previous picks, or can y'all add the scroller as you go? Oh, I don't have the. We don't have the scroller going. Oh, I have the scroller, but I don't have my plays in there. But we'll do a recap at the end, Lex. You'll be able to hear them all. We'll type as a rewind, and I got you. What's up, T-Bone Porterhouse? Oh, that's your freaking Lions bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna get a nice steak from Nick. I should have taken him up on that offer. Let's keep rolling, Nick. And wow, that's a nice line.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I forgot. I typed in this game wrong.
Did you? Here comes some type of joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had the Winnipeg Jets and the Rockford Ice Hogs. The Jets minus 445, total of 5.5. For people who don't know who the Rockford Ice Hogs are, that's the AHL affiliate of the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's take a look here at this game where we have this game lined at 435 at the opening line. Winnipeg's actually down to a 418 now. So some people saying plus 365, that is way too wide for this game, which I could get behind, kind of. Line open up at a 6. It's down to a 5.5. And this one here, we have 97% of the tickets are on the Jets. 99% of the tickets are on the puck line for the Jets. No cash flow on either of those. Only 1,800 tickets. 60% of the tickets are on the under. This is why I don't care about markets when it comes to the NHL, because we have nothing to go off of. Now, am I going to say, yeah, there's value on the Jets? No, because there's not. What's my projected line for this game? I have them projected around minus 280. So should they be this big of favorites? Not minus 400. Should they be pretty big favorites? They should be around minus 200, minus 280, minus 300 favorites in this game. Am I betting the Blackhawks because of this? Absolutely not. No. And as much as I would love to, I mean, who the hell do they have on their team? Like, this team was arguably one of the worst rosters to begin with. And
that was with Bedard.
That was with Bedard. Now, yeah. They basically got almost their entire top 6 on the IR right now. Taylor Hall, Andreas Athanasiou, Seth Jones, Anthony Beauvillier, Tyler Johnson, Nick Foligno, and Connor Bedard. Their top line is Philip Kurashev, Tyler Radish, and Rem Pitlick. Their second line is Jacob Sickinson, Colin Blackwell, and Joey Anderson. Their third line is Mackenzie Entwistle, Lucas Reichel, and Cole Gutman.
Sounds like a cup-winning team there.
This is This roster is worse than the Sharks. I said it. At this state, this roster would be a dog to the Sharks on a neutral ice, I think. And I have absolutely no interest in the Blackhawks until they get players back. Pretty plain and simple. They were a bad team to begin with. Do I want to back them as big dogs? I would love to find a reason to get on the plus 335. Absolutely. Hell, you can take the Blackhawks and parlay them with the Ducks and get a massive payout. Am I doing this? No. It's a pass for me in this game. There's no value in this one whatsoever. And with the lack of offense from the Blackhawks and the lack of goals given up by the Jets, there's absolutely no interest in the over here as well. I have this game projected for 5.3 goals. So another pass here. I know I'm boring, but it's no play here for me.
At least you know you're boring. There you go. Yeah, no, I have no interest in this one. It, as crazy as it sounds, it's ice hogs or nothing. Is that what we're actually going to call them?
Yeah.
I have no real interest in going after this game, Nick. So, we can move right on for this one.
Yep, we got to move a little quicker because I just realized I have 8 minutes until I have to go.
Oh, then go through chat real quick. I'll let you power through it.
Yeah. Well, we win some, we lose some. Yep. Morning, gentlemen. Morning, Untouchable. What's up, guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. Show some appreciation. Subscribe and share it to me. You know the rest. Even though not a lot of NBA games today. Fuck the NBA. The NBA sucks. I don't know how you guys do it. The league sucks. It was a great night to be an ECU Pirate money line and the under never in doubt.
Yes. Let's go Pirates.
Yeah.
First ever win in Temple.
There you go. Also got the draw for Philly and both puck line for Dallas and Colorado. There you go. Utah went straight up. They won straight up. It was in Utah. And the Jazz have now won 6 of their last 7 games. I watched. They led wire to wire. It was beautiful. It was the only NBA game that went right for me yesterday.
I didn't get to see my Nuggets get in the first place.
Jets puck line in the under. Good luck on that one. We'll quickly go through. I only have 2 plays in the last 3 games here. I'm going to quickly rapid fire through these 3 games.
I'll be honest. I didn't really bet NHL, so you rapid fire, and then we'll go into NBA.
Yep. We have the New York Rangers. They opened up at 158. It is still a 158. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 126. It's now a 6 at minus 116. We have 28% of the tickets, 63% of the cash is on the Blues. The line has moved towards the Blues. And then we have 71% of the tickets is on the under in this game as well. And you know my rule when it comes to the St. Louis Blues, and it applies here. St. Louis, as a home dog, is bet on. They are 12-7 at home this year, and they've been a dog, it feels like, in most of those games. I have this game projected Rangers minus 120, minus 125 range. I have bet the Blues at plus 140. I like the Blues in this spot. This is a sneaky Blues team that I think is going to be flirting with a wild card spot this year. Because let's really quick take a look here. They are 2 points behind the Oilers for that last spot. Granted, the Oilers have 2 games in hand. They have a better chance at catching Nashville. But with that being said, the Blues are a team that's flirting with the wild card, so something to keep an eye on for there. I got the Blues at plus 140. We'll get to the chat after these next 2 games. We have the Calgary Flames minus 120 road favorites, total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. With the Flames opening up at 106, it's now a 118. So we've moved towards Calgary in this spot, and the line opened up at a 6 minus 106. It is a 6 at minus 112. So we have moved towards the over, and we have moved towards the Flames in this game here. We have 63% of the tickets and 90% of the cash is coming in on Arizona. Granted, only 1,300 tickets, and the line's moving towards the Flames, which is interesting in this one here. And for me in this game, my projections have the Flames. Actually, it's around minus 120 dogs, or plus 120 dogs. So there is actually value on the Coyotes in this game. Coyotes as a home dog are always interesting. I think the Flames may be a bet-on team going forward, though.
I agree.
Both these teams are kind of bet on for me at the moment. I don't really want to bet against any of them right now. So this is a pass for me. I'm more interested in the last game here of the night. Boston Bruins and the Vegas Golden Knights, minus 135 for the Bruins, total of 6 in this game. Shop around because there are much better lines than the ones I was able to get on this game. But this line has just gone up. Nope, it hasn't opened up at BetOnline at 135. It got up to a 136. It's back to a 135. Very limited sample size here. 3,400 tickets. 95% of the tickets, 90% of the tickets, 95% of the cash on the Bruins, which I don't like to see that, but it is what it is. 78% of the tickets are on the over in this game. And I have this game projected Boston at around a minus 155, minus 160 range. Vegas has played soft. I don't know who their goaltender is going to be because Aiden Hill was scratched from last night's start. Don't know if he's going to be available tonight. And Batura went last night. Logan Thompson is sick and not available. This goaltending situation is a big, big question mark here for the Vegas Golden Knights. And the Vegas Golden Knights are finding themselves in a very similar spot that the Boston Bruins were in a couple nights ago. Boston went and they played in Denver against Colorado and then played a second half of a back-to-back, had to travel to Arizona. Vegas played in Colorado last night. Granted, they didn't go to a shootout like Boston did, and now they have to travel back home to go to Vegas and play this Boston team. I think this Boston team is a more rested team. Granted, this is their third game in 4 days, but Vegas is bet against for me, and they have been for a little bit. I'm pissed I didn't bet against them last night. But with that being said, I'm going to tonight. I'm on the Boston Bruins at $1.35 to close out my hockey card for today. So we'll head back to the chat, and then what do you call it? And then you can get into your NBA.
Go ahead, Nick. It's all hockey stuff, so I'll let you just run through it. I will say I didn't really bet much on hockey. My hockey card, if I put a bunch into it, most likely will just be the Ducks tonight. Ducks and the Sabres kind of have an off night, plus whatever I gave out on ball now. But anyways, go ahead, Nick.
Yep. The usual Blues money line in the under. I like the Blues tonight. I do. Blues and Panthers. Yeah, I like them both. Pistons lose again. Spurs won in Wemby's first triple-double. There you go. It only took them 2 quarters to get it. Yikes.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the Pistons really suck.
Yeah. Capitals money line in the over 5.5 seems too low. No, give me the Kraken. And I think that under makes sense because Joey
Kraken
DeCour's
has been playing really good defense.
Mm-hmm. Give me some Wile E. Coyote again and the draw. I could see that. I could see it. Boston cut the head off the Wolf Brown. And
it was also a really bad spot for the Wolves. Although they covered, the Wolves covered. But it's also
unlike the Rockets who came back from down 16 just to not cover in overtime.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that was fun. Also taking some Quackers money line.
Quack.
I could see it. I'll take the draw and the over for Boston Vegas. I could see that. Road Warriors, what is going on? Got blown out again. They're not good anymore. No, Nick. NHL sucks. No, the NBA sucks. It does. It absolutely does. No, it's an annoying league because you'll bet games and then players will sit out because their pinky toe hurts. NHL greater than NBA on ESB. Absolutely.
Hey.
Boston is favorites to win champs following by – yep.
Well, it makes sense because Boston's by far the best team in the East, and the West and the East Coast, the Eastern Conference is so weak that they probably just walk right to the finals. That's why they're favored. The West is a gauntlet. So, San Francisco and Baltimore are the 1 and 2. Yeah, because they're the 2-1 seeds for the NFL. Warriors got run over. The Warriors are not good anymore. How long are we going to notice until everybody notices? The Warriors are not good. Period. Yeah, I got you for the Super Bowl. Nick, real quick, what can you say in French?
Oui, oui.
Okay. Because we do get the France game.
Have fun with this. I got to go. Peace out.
Yes. LMBA and Francais. That was probably awful. Anyways, we get the Nets and the Cavs. The Cavs are now 3.5-point favorites. I wish I put this up last night. I'm still going to put it up now. With a total of 225, and I'm going to just keep fading this Nets team. This Nets team has been really rough when it comes to covering the spread. They are not our covering darlings that they were in the beginning of the year. Let's get that through. This is a team that has been quite rough. They've covered 3 times since December 23rd. Covered twice. One of them was against Detroit. So not really a good example. And it's not really me betting on Cleveland because I do not believe in Cleveland. Although they've won 3 straight. They were against Washington, San Antonio. Everybody should be winning 3 straight against those teams. I'm on Cleveland minus the 3.5. I'm gonna actually put that up now because I feel like that's a good spot. Good spot for it here, and it's just a fade. I'm getting 3. It's a fade of the Nets. So we'll start off the NBA card with the Cavaliers. Yes, Cavs. Extra large cheese pizza on Cavs. I could see that. I like that. I like that. Now you got me hungry for food. But next up, we get the Celtics and the Bucks. The Bucks are 4.5-point favorites with a total of 243 in this game. And I will say this will be the game of the night. This is by far the game of the night. And the only thing is I'm not really interested in going after it. I would be a lean towards the Celtics just because I'm not trusting the Bucks to cover a spread. They're 16-4 at home this year, 7-11-1 against the spread. And the reason why I'm not going after Boston, they just played in Boston, had to travel out to Milwaukee on a second leg of a back-to-back after going into overtime. So I think it's a rough spot for them. It would be a lean towards Milwaukee just because of that, but I personally do not want anything to do with this game. Because I can't trust either team right now. Yes, Tim, Wemby got his first triple-double against us. Did it in 21 minutes. Impressive. Bucks win over the Bucks win, Celtics cover. I could see that, but at the same time, I'm not trying to mess with that right now. So I will say that line's moved. I'll probably be on the Cavaliers, and that's probably it. But we'll go over the games. Well, I'm not going to go over this one. Thunder, Blazers. I'll make this one real quick. No way in hell. Thunder not laying 13 points on a team ever. Portland, I'm not touching. Just want nothing to do with them. Maybe a look towards an over. I feel like the over is probably the only look in this game at 235 because you got a Thunder team that's been pretty heavy to the over this year, and they've gone over in 5. Actually, this might be an over. This might be an overplay. Because Portland, I believe, Portland's been going over as of late. They did go under in their last game, but Portland's also got mid-pack defense and really bad offense. I kind of lean towards the over in this game just because of the tempo of play that the Thunder play at, but I'm not laying any points in this game. So, what did you say about the Nuggets game, Tim? I couldn't hear you over Nick talking. Did you say something about they didn't play any D last night? I was saying I was disappointed that they didn't get to be in first place in the West. It was kind of embarrassing that they lost to the Jazz, but the Jazz have been playing well. They've won 6 out of their last 7, so they look good. Samford at home minus 4. Let's go take a look at that for you. Samford. Yeah, I have it at a 5.5, so I kind of like that for you. That works with me. I didn't bet it, but yeah, I think the only play we have right now is New Hampshire. Yeah, dude, the Thunder are on fire, but I'm not laying 13 points on them. I would think Bucks first half because of the way my Jazz kicked their butt in the last game. Could be Thunder in the over. I'm not laying points with the Thunder. Lean Cleveland, yes. Lean Milwaukee. Milwaukee over. I could see the over in Milwaukee. I can. All right, this line is telling me that we're not getting Luka today. Let me go confirm that because I believe I did a free pick video for picks and parlays yesterday on this game, and the Mavericks were favorited in that game, favorited at the time. So I believe they were 2.5 point favorites. Yeah, no Luka. That's why he is out for this game. So I'm no longer touching the Knicks. If you wanted the Knicks, you could have got him at plus money yesterday. I can't touch him now. It's no longer of value. So unfortunately, cannot touch the Knicks anymore. I'm not betting the Mavericks. I gave out the Knicks money line yesterday on a Picks and Parlays video. Unfortunately, that video is kind of outdated now because Luka Doncic is out. So that kind of switches up everything in this one. And it's going to actually kind of keep me off of it. So it is what it is. Maryland. You like the old Maryland. What is Maryland doing? Against the Wolverines of Michigan. We have on the road team 1.8 points of value on Michigan, but once again, not enough to bet it. Over, OKC over, pass on the points. Gotcha. Time for Tim to go get an ECU co-ed. I'm an hour and a half from ECU, and I'm not trying to do that right now. It's college basketball season, dude. I don't have time for a girl. Come on, let's be honest, Nathan. Come on. No Luka, maybe under. Maybe. Okay, Tim. Brunson revenge game. Ooh, Brunson revenge game. Brunson points. I'm not a player prop person, but that could be a good spot. Yes, Jazz have been doing well as of late. I would lean towards the Knicks, but I could have got it plus money yesterday, and now it's freaking -4. So maybe the over. I could see maybe an over. And then you got these two teams, which holy shit, these two teams are rough. It's the Suns and the Lakers, but I love the fact that that these two teams suck. It is fantastic because you look at these standings. Currently, they're in the 8 and 9 spots. One of them is one game over 500. The other one is equal 500. They're 7 and 7.5 games back, and with a loss, they're dropped out of the playoff spot. So it's actually quite hilarious to see both these two teams struggle. Unfortunately, one has to win. I kind of lean Lakers because the Lakers are 14-6 at home. If you're going to back the Lakers, the only place to do it is at home. So you got that. They got that going for them, but I think I'm only going to be on Cleveland today. I think that's the only NBA game I'm fading the Cavs. No, not the Cavs. Fading the Nets. I think that's the only NBA game I'm betting today. I'm sorry for me being boring, but I don't like the Laker game at all. Brunson payback game, yes, and Julius Randle going back to home to Dallas. I don't hate that. Well, that is all of the games for today. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check all the links in the description below. Maybe I might actually post stuff up on TikTok today. But YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that linked down below. There might be a video from the Ducks game tonight because I'll be at the Ducks-Canes game. But and if you guys are interested, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. It's where you can go ahead and grab all of that stuff. Lax are hot too. Lax? Who's Lax? Oh. Who? Everyone's dogging on them after the trade when they went 0-6. Oh, the Clippers. The Clippers are hot. I got what you mean. But that is everything for today. If I have a hockey card, it'll be up on the YouTube. Probably just going to be Ducks and Sabres, and then I'll be on the Cavs today, and that's about it. And it looks like we're gonna have one system play. And Marcos, you're gonna like this one for college basketball. Go green, go white. Michigan State outright. Michigan State money line in college basketball. I'm about to put that one up too as a system play. That's all I'm rolling with. But Nets. No, I'm on the Cavs. I got Cavs -3. I'm fading the Nets. That's all it is. Pucking around. Tim, is the college basketball season? Yeah, it's college basketball season, dude. Let's do this. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.